N-A-T-U-R-E. Natture. F-U-T-U-R-E. Futture.
To have a correct pronunciation in English language leaves a greater impression on the listeners. So let's learn the correct pronunciation of commonly mispronounced words. So stay till the end to become a pro in English pronunciation. Here I welcome you to my channel, The AD Factor. So let's move into the learning. Dengue. What is the spelling of the word? D-E-N-G-U-E. So basically we mispronounced it as dengue. Why? Because of the G-U-E. But actually it will be pronounced as D-E-N-G-E-E. Dengue. Let's understand this pronunciation with an example. The experts are now predicting dengue fever will be showing up here soon. So dengue will be the correct pronunciation. Next word is data. This one is the most mispronounced word within the crowd because of the spelling D-A-T-A. Most of us pronounce it as data. D-A because of D-A da. But no, it's D-A-Y day and T-A ta. So the proper pronunciation will be data. Data. We will see this correct pronunciation through an example. I have finished entering data for the project. So here the correct pronunciation is what? Data. D-A-Y-T-A. So the next word is archive. What's the spelling? A-R-C-H-I-V-E. So how many of us pronounce it as archive? Where the problem lies? The problem lies in C-H-I-V-E, which is mispronounced as chief or chive. But the correct pronunciation will be archive, where R remains the silent and the second part, that is chive, it will be spelled as K-I-V-E, chive, archive. Let's understand with an example. Make sure to archive the legal documents. What do you mean by this? Archive means to keep the historical document in a proper folder. The fifth word is asthma. Now, how we pronounce it as usually? Asthma. Why? Because of the spelling A-S-T-H-A-M-A. That tha, T-H-A, because it's a syllable, the blending syllable T-H, th, tha. But the spelling is A-S-T-H-M-A. And it must be pronounced as asthma. Asthma. A-S-M-U-H. Asthma. So here the th is silent. It's asthma. Let's have an example. Sita suffered from asthma this morning. Most commonly mispronounced word, that is the first meal of our day, which is breakfast. Now how we pronounce it as breakfast because of the spelling B-R-E-A-K, fast, F-A-S-T, and because of that F-A-S-T we usually say it as fast, but it will be breakfast, that is F-U-H-S-T, first. Okay, let's have an example. I have oats in my breakfast every day. Hope so you are getting it, that what I want to explain, why pronunciation is very much necessary for effective communication. Okay, now let's move on to the next word, that is women, and how we pronounce it as mainly women. Why? Because of the spelling, that is W-O-M-E-N, and W-O means wo and M-E-N we usually say it as men, so it has been turned that women, but the correct pronunciation is women, that is W-I-M-I-N, women. Women Association of the society has organized an empowerment program. So here it's women, women, not women. Okay friends, English is a funny language. How? You will understand with the next word, because the spelling and the pronunciation quite apart. How? G-E-N-R-E. How you pronounce it as? Genre? Genre? What? It's genre. Genre. Okay? Z-O-N, zon, ra, R-U-H, R-U-H, genre. Where it is mispronounced as genre because of gen, G-E-N, gen, E-R, or genre, that is J-O-N-A-R, genre. But it must be pronounced as genre, genre. Bollywood nowadays is into comedy genre. Understood? Here comes my next word. Mortgage. That is how you usually pronounce it as mortgage because of the spelling M-O-R-T, mort, gauge, G-A-G-E. But my dear friends, it's pronounced as mortgage. That is M-A-W-G-I-Z, mortgage. Okay? Let's have an example. I have taken out my house as a mortgage to start up my new business. So it's mortgage, mortgage. Okay? Next word, very commonly used. That is C-O-M-B. How we pronounce it as? Yes? Comb. Because of C-O-M-B, comb. But my dear friends, it must be pronounced as comb. K-O-M-E, comb, comb. Okay? Comb your hair properly before going to the party. Okay? So it's comb your hair, not comb your hair. So the next word here in my list is B-U-R-Y. How we pronounce it as? Beauty. Why? Because of that B-U. It usually sounds like bew, B-E-W, bew, re, R-Y-re. But my dear friends, the actual pronunciation is B-re, B-U-H, B-re, R-E-E. Let's have an example. The dog has buried his bone. Buried his bone. Okay. Now the pronunciation is clear. Next time, please don't make the mistake by saying it bury. It's bury. Here comes the next word. But first, let me tell you the spelling. M-I-S-C-H-I-E-V-O-U-S. So, how maximum people pronounce it as? Mischievous. Why? Because of its spelling, where you make mistake. M-I-S as miss, G-C-H-I-E, that's why it's G, and Vias V-I-O-U-S. But my dear friends, the correct pronunciation will be mischievous. Mischievous. That is M-I-S as miss, Ch, C-H-U-S, Ch, Ves, V-E-S, mischievous. Okay? So one example, a wicked idea has brought a mischievous smile to his face. So it's not mischievous, it's mischievous smile. Next word, first let me spell it. What is that? S-T-O-M-A-C-H. Mainly how you will pronounce it as stomach. Why? Because of its spelling. That is S-T-O, sto, and mark, M-A-K. No, my dear friends, it will be stomach. S-T-U-H. Stomach. M-U-H-K. Muck. Stomach. Let me give you an example and how to pronounce it correctly with that example. Her stomach growled loudly. Okay? Stomach. Again, don't mispronounce it as stomach. Okay, now let's move on to the next one. That is iron. Now, what is the spelling? I-R-O-N, and that's why it's mainly mispronounced as iron. But no, my dear friends, it will be iron. Not because of I-R-O-N as iron, it's A-I-I, un, iron. Okay. Example, let me give you one. How to pronounce it correctly. He ironed his uniform daily. So, iron. How many of you love different varieties of coffee? Definitely many of you. I love espresso among all the varieties. Now, very commonly, it's a tendency of the people to put unnecessary X to pronounce it as espresso. But, my dear friend, it's not espresso, it's espresso. The spelling is S-E-S-S, pre, P-R-E, pre, so, double S-O, espresso. Now, let's move on to the next word. C-A-C-H-E. Now, how we pronounce it? Cachet, sachet. Why? Because of its spelling. C-A-C-H-E, say. So, cachet? No. The correct pronunciation will be cash. Cash. C-A-H. Cash. S-H. Cash. Okay. So, let's have an example and let's clear it out the correct pronunciation with the example. Always clear your cache memory. Cache memory. Okay. How many of you have a habit of putting everyday status in your Facebook account? Now, we usually pronounce it as status. S-T-A-T-U-S. Wrong pronunciation, dear. Is status. Because of its spelling S-T-A sta and T-U-S tas, it doesn't mean you have to speak it as status. It's stay, S-T-A-Y, stay, tas, stay, tas. Okay. He has purchased a Porsche to show his status. With this example, is it clear for you all how to pronounce the status? Okay. And it's Porsche. So, the things that I am telling you about the pronunciation, I hope it's clear to you. Now, let's move on to the next word. That is R-E-S-T-A-U-R-A-N-T. Now, mainly and mostly the people make mistake here as restaurant. Why? Because of the spelling. How? Let me explain you. R-E-S, res, fine. T-A-U, restaurant, R-A-N-T. So, very easy. But no, it will be pronounced as restaurant. Restaurant. R-E-H. Restaurant. S-T-R-A-W-N-T. Restaurant. So, to understand this more clearly, let's go to an example. His London restaurant received a Michelin star. Okay. So, the next word comes on my list is R-I-G-H-T-E-O-U-S. Now, how you will pronounce it as? Let's break the word. R-I-G-H-T, right? E-O-U-S, US, righteous. But the correct pronunciation will be righteous. R-A-I, right? C-H-U-H-S, righteous. Here, the T is replaced with C-H, righteous. Okay? Let's have an example. It takes a lot of courage to be a righteous person. Okay? Righteous person. Here comes my last word, which we have used the most in the entire learning process. What's that word? It's pronunciation. What's the spelling of this pronunciation? P-R-O-N-U-N-C-I-A-T-I-O-N. And where we make mistake here? Because of the spelling. How? P-R-O, pro, and N-U-N, which sounds as a noun, we used to say it as a noun. Ciation, C-A, C-I-A-C-A-tion, that is S-O-N, sun, it's coming as sun, but it's not the correct pronunciation, it's pronunciation, not pronunciation, it's P-R-U, none, N-U-N, none, C-A-tion, S-E-E-A-T-I-O-N. To have an effective communication with others, you need to be correct with your pronunciation. Hope you have understood the importance of correct pronunciation for having an effective communication with others, as well as to put an weightage to your sentences. Okay? So if you like the learning process, please do subscribe and share it with among your friends.